Nerds, welcome to the program. President Trump wants to keep his winning streak going. Understandably, any politician does. This week, he has three options: fighting ICE, taking on Jerome Powell, or freeing Iran. Only one is the right answer. Ahead this hour, Bill O'Reilly on whether Trump can pivot, Brigadier General John Teichert, Elliot Ackerman on what a U.S. military strike inside Iran would look like, Yemisi Egbowale, Caroline Downey, tell me if Trump's power grab has gone too far. But first, our Why It Matters segment tonight. We enter this week with three major stories. The more Trump sticks to Iran, the better he does. Trump is threatening military action to protect protesters demanding an end to the Ayatollah. How can you be against ending the Ayatollah's regime? There are Democrats who are trying. We'll introduce them later. But Trump is also tripling down on Minnesota, spending more agents into the city to deport criminals. And to be fair, there are a lot of criminals. That is getting more complicated. And the administration is escalating its feud with the Federal Reserve through a new DOJ probe into Jerome Powell, although Trump claims he knows nothing about it. There is one of these issues that is a clear winner for Donald Trump. The president adamantly believes fighting with ICE protesters is good for his political future and standing. Just look at some of the people who are showing up. Donald Trump believes the more these people are on television, Stephen Miller thinks the same thing, the better it is for them. And Trump will say these protesters hate America or don't like American laws and would rather defend sexual predators. There's some truth to that. Over the weekend, ICE put out the names and pictures of 30 illegal aliens they consider the worst of the worst. The charges against these guys include child sex abuse, strongman sodomy, rape, and homicide, among many others. ICE says Minnesota's sanctuary city laws protected these folks, so ICE didn't have a choice. They had to go in and get them. So it's hard to argue that those people should be able to stay in the country, but that's exactly what a select group of Minnesotans want. For some reason, state leaders in Minnesota are encouraging people to break the law and fight ICE.
Our neighbors are being disappeared. P.S. Without due process, it is just called kidnapping. Then show up and use your voice. Put your body on the line.
I want Minnesotans to hear this from me. The desire to get out and protest and to speak up to this administration of how wrong this is, that is a patriotic duty at this point in time.
And we've shown there's a difference between protesting and fighting with ICE. One is legal and American, the other is illegal. Still, the fatal shooting last week is a problem for the administration. Americans don't like seeing clashes in our streets. It makes us uncomfortable. It feels disorganized in some way. Trump thinks the American people largely agree with him on this issue, but clashes in Minnesota don't help him. He also believes backing the protesters in Iran is a winning proposition, and he is on solid ground there. Tens of thousands right now are in the streets every night. The regime says they will start shooting people soon, probably already have. Trump backing the protests put Democrats in an uncomfortable position. They can either support Trump defending freedom, or Democrats can support the Ayatollah. Some have already made their decision.
U.S. military action in Iran would be a massive mistake. It would have the effect of giving the Iranian regime the ability to say it's the U.S. that's screwing our country up.
We're talking about the demise of the Iranian regime. What are we going to be able to say about our own nation's democracy?
Our democracy is doing quite well. But once again, Trump is showing his political superpower by pivoting the conversation to something he wins on and making Democrats take the wrong side of a 90-10 issue.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.